You looking for somebody to help you become the greatest version of you? I can get you there. Yo, it's Real 9 Ether, man. It's good to be back with another video. I just got finished recording an interesting video as well. Whatever. Alright. But, yo, yeah, so what I wanted to do basically is get on here and talk to y'all about value, right? Let me not shake the screen. All right. I want to talk to y'all about value. All right. Not just any kind of value or delivering value to other people or in that kind of sense, which that's actually really important. I might include that in there if it need to be. But I want to talk to y'all about what y'all values are as a person and what creates y'all identity, because you know your value, what the things that you value in life create your identity, right? So what I want to talk to you right now is identifying your highest values and your lower values, right? And what it means to actually try to live by your lower values and accomplishing things, right? And so basically accomplishing something that the topic is on your lower values. You don't really value whatever it is, that topic that you're trying to get into and become successful in, right? Versus your highest value. So that's something that you value the highest. So for me, going through high school and going through school, I got big into personal development and teach myself communication and stuff like that. Until this day, I've literally got notes right in front of me right now of this video I watched to build myself up. So personal development is a big thing for me. So, and my highest values, personal development will be up there. Another thing is success. And then a third one is actually relationships. Now I know this because I actually took this little project on the website. I'm gonna put this in the link in the description so y'all can take it if y'all want. It take a little bit of time. It really take focus, right? And you got to really want to do it. You got to really care to really figure out what your values are and understand why it's important to find out what your values are if you actually want to take it, and not get bored while you taking it. But yeah, man. So it's important. So why is it important to find out what your values are, right? Well, the basis in life is like we all gotta have a career. You just can't sit back and do nothing, right? So what's happening around right now is that because everybody able to show off their life on different social media platforms and YouTube and everything like that, you got a bunch of people that's looking at other people's values and sort of looking at the lifestyle that they created, from their higher value, right? From actually going after their highest value. So you might see a person that decided that made a bunch of money, because maybe he got into let's just say helping business owners get leads, some simple that I'm in, you know what I mean? And they values align with actually doing something like that to help a person make more income in that sense, right? Well, say a person like me, which say I'm just heavily more into music, right? I don't really care about that whole side of things and business and that aspect of it, right? Helping somebody in that sense. Well, if for me to go and try to actually start that whole business as well, I'm gonna find some kind of tension there, trying to execute it the same way he does, and I'm gonna find difficulties at being inspired to do it every day I wake up. Why? Because I didn't actually choose something that aligns with my highest values. Say something I value very highly is inspirational words or whatnot. So that would kind of go hand in hand with music in a sense if I'm actually into music, and that'll help me out a lot. So because that's high on my value list, I would be more inspired to wake up and do music, right, and make music every day and try to make some form of income off of that. But because I don't really know that, because I'm looking at what other people are doing, right, and how other people are becoming successful, I'm looking at other people's values and what they value most in life. Well, I decided to do something that really my brain don't really want to do, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to force myself to do it. And if I don't want to do it, then I start to feel depressed that there's something wrong with me if I don't do it. You get what I mean? So then what happens is you're not making the same strides as the person you've seen, or it's just not working as well, or you just not working at all, really. You're just not even working on it at all. So now you start to feel bad about yourself and you start to get depressed that you can't make nothing happen in your life at all. And you're taking yourself down this whole daily spiral of depression that then leads to disease and hopelessness in a sense. And you know, the only thing the only real issue there is ignorance and not understanding where your true values lie in life, because whatever you actually meant to do is just as important as whatever you watching, except because you're neglecting yourself and you're not focusing on what you want as much, right? And how you can get what you want, out of the things that you like to do. Then, I forgot what in the world. I don't know. That completely just went off my head, man. But basically, what I want to tell you is that so essentially you want to find your highest value. So you can take that little course that I got in the description or whatnot, and to help you out a lot. But essentially, your life demonstrates to you on a daily basis what your highest values are. Offer it, honestly. So you would just notice that maybe you like to go be more social with people. Maybe you value being social around people a lot, or maybe you say that you would value family a lot. You know what I mean? Your life demonstrates that based on the things that you do. If you're always talking to family, maybe you do, value family a lot and stuff like that. And so after you figure out what it is that you do on the daily basis, right? The things you think about most, the things that you actually do without somebody telling you to do, without somebody waking you up and say, hey, make sure you get on this, right? What's the one things in your life that nobody's telling you to do that you just automatically do because you inspired to do those things, right? And those are your 9 times out of 10 your higher values. And if you can find a way to create a business or to service people, and that whatever value that is, you know what I mean, then that's when you actually that's when you wake up every day and you happy to do what you're doing. You're making a good amount of money from it, and you're just on the top of the world. And that's exactly where that comes from. So your life demonstrates to you every day. Just be aware. You got to be aware. It's like as you're going through life, you got to be observant. You can't just be going, you can't just be in your own movie and you're not even actually playing a part. You got to actually be, in life. You can't just let life take you. You got to actually choose the directions in which you're going. You know what I mean? And in that case, you got to be observant. You got to analyze what life is doing and what your life is where your life is taking. You got to really be observant. If you haven't been, just sit down if you want and just go through your head and just think of what happened to me, what some of the things that was happening last year, how was that going up into this year and leading up into this year, and how are some of those things affecting me today, and what am I doing today that I was doing last year and stuff like that, and really analyzing what you're doing, where you and everything that's happening in your life, and that's gonna help you out a lot more. But you got to be very observant. You got to start being observant. Really, every day you should wake up and think about what you did the day beforehand. The day before, was it a good day, a bad day? Did you get done with a good amount of stuff that you wanted to get done? Did you not get done with it? You got to analyze all of that, because if you don't, then life is going to honestly just take you on a roller coaster, a wave, and it's going to send you wherever you want to go. And honestly, if you don't guide your life, 9 times out of 10, life is going to guide you into a life that you don't want. If you're not ready to step up and take control and choose a life that you do want, well, the world will decide what life you do have, and it's not going to be a life that you want. So that's why being observant and analyzing what you're doing is that important. And as you observing and analyzing what you're doing, keep it in the back of your head that you need to figure out what your highest values are. Because when you figure exactly what your highest values are, and then you start to become creative and figuring out how you can make some sort of income with that, right? And you can sort of let your subconscious do a lot of this work as well. If you sort of just write things down, what would I love to do? So it's let me bring this out for y'all real quick, actually. And a good quote for this is that, if you don't fill your day with order, meaning if you don't actually set up tasks for yourself to get done, of course, this is after you learn about what it is that you're supposed to be doing. After you learn what your values is and you really pinpoint something that you I can do that, right? Decide that you can do that, and really and don't just say that you can do that. Really actually dive into what it is that you need to do, and get the steps down, sort of the things that you might run into. And if you're trying to avoid pain, 9 times out of 10, that's not the thing that you actually want to go after. Because if you're trying to avoid pain and you're just trying to look at the pleasure at the end result, and you just like, I don't want any pain though, that's not something, that's not actually something that you actually value. Because if you actually value that thing, you don't really care what pain or what what you got to go through or anything like that. You prepare for both sides. You prepare for the pains of it, and you prepare for the pleasures of it. All right. And you want to fill your day with order though. After you understand what it is that you want to be doing, you want to start filling your day with order. So that's why I got my Trello right here, right? And I got all of the different things that I'm doing. Infinity Legion Legacy Leads is my little marketing agencies and stuff like that. And then I got my power moves right here. Right now, power moves is just so I got order in my day. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm heading. All right, and you want to you want to do that, because if you don't, well, life is going to fill your day with disorder, and you're going to find yourself doing a bunch of things that you wish you actually weren't doing. You're going to wish you had more control over your time, which is the most important essence that we have. So fill your day with high priority actions that will inspire you tomorrow. That's a little note that I got right here from this video that I watched. That I actually got it in the description of the video that I posted right before this one. All right, the one about gratitude, that one. So yeah, you want to ask yourself essentially these 7 questions every day. This is what I got from him, but I'm just gonna bring it to y'all so y'all ain't got to go watch the whole video and like break it down the way I kind of did. So number 1, y'all want to ask yourself, what would I love to do in life? Simple question, right? And don't worry about getting the answer right now. You want to just ask yourself that, and ask yourself as much as you can throughout the day. If you don't know the answer off rip, see, this is where the subconscious is going to start working on it as you sleep, right? So then one day or just one afternoon out of nowhere, it's just going to pop, the idea going to pop in your head of something that you think you would love to do. And you got to actually explore that idea and then turn it into a plan of action that you can take. So first question, what would I love to do in my life? Don't worry about if you got the answer right now. Just keep asking yourself the question, right? Number 2, how do I get paid handsomely to do it? All right, because you need to get paid from whatever it is. We got to make some form of income here. We can't just be doing shit. You know what I mean? So how do I get paid handsomely to do it? Is the next question you want to ask. All right. Then number 3, what are the highest priority actions that I can do today to help get me to that point, whatever that goal is or whatever it is that I want to do in my life? What are the highest priority actions I can do today? All right. So for me, if I want to be like a life coach or a YouTuber that's helping people out, helping people figure out and become the better versions of themselves, well, I know for me, I should be, studying this kind of material more every day. And I need to be on here making videos every day so I can get more comfortable with being on camera. I can actually get more content out there, and I can actually start to become a teacher the way I should be. Because that's essentially what I'm doing, is becoming a teacher. That's essentially what I love to do and what I like to do. There's nothing that gives me more than when a person understands the concept that I'm teaching them. And, because I just see that their eyes light up, and I just see that their whole world is now changed, just like how my world used to change when I used to come across these things. And there's nothing like that high that you get from that, from hope. Essentially is what you get in hope. Number 4, what obstacles might you run into, on your journey, and how can you do foresight planning so that you will understand how to overcome those obstacles before you even hit them? Now, that's an important one. I haven't even actually accurately did that yet, but this is definitely an important one that you want to focus on. You want to really get all of these, things that could possibly go wrong. You want to get a bunch of different contingency plans on ways around it if you do come into this hurdle, right? It's just planning. That's all it is. It's just planning. Planning the obstacles that you might run into is really important. You got to plan for the bad things as much as the good things. You really do. So number 5, what worked and didn't work today. So this is kind of at the end of your day where everything is said and done. You want to analyze sort of your day or whatnot and everything that happened. So you want to ask yourself those questions. What worked today? What are some things that you like, okay, this is something I should do more every day? And then what are some things that you did today where you're like, okay, I need to cut that out, right? I need to reduce this amount of time that I'm bullshitting on this, or I need to stop doing this and delegate more time over there. You analyzing your day. essentially. So what worked and what didn't work today out of everything that you did. Now try to have a productive day. If you don't, you can still look at what maybe you just got a bunch of shit that didn't work. That's fine. As long as you know what don't work, you can start funneling all of that bullshit out and start trying to figure out what does work for your life and becoming a better version of yourself. Number 6, how do I do it more effectively tomorrow? All right. Pretty much not. And I wrote right next to this that this goes with time management, essentially. Because, essentially to work more efficiently the next day, you definitely just have to manage your time better. That's really all it comes down to. Is paying attention to what you're doing more, right? What little intervals or what little, limbos of time are you not doing anything? 30 minutes that you just sitting there not doing anything, right? That you could be using your time more efficiently. Time management. There you go. Number 6. So number 7. And this is just to help you understand that you are making some strides towards your goal regardless, right? Because if you at such a low, you need to really think positive to bring yourself up. And if you too up, you actually need to think critically to bring yourself back down to this neutral, so you don't get fucked up, honestly, and start living life by illusions and fantasies, because fantasies can't do nothing but bring nightmares. It's kind of been like a whole goddamn theme of my life for the past like 3 days or whatnot. But it's that important to understand, though. You can't have a fantasy. If whatever you think about doing in life, if it's like a fantasy, like, it's just all pleasures and no pain, guess what you're going to end up getting? Actually, the complete opposite. You're going to actually end up getting all pain and no pleasure from that if you try to pursue it. So that's just a little tip right there. And so number 7, no matter what happened today, what did you do to bring yourself closer to whatever goal that is, as far as what you want to do in life? So no matter what happened today, all of the bull that happened, what's one thing that you did, or what's something that you could say that this is what I did. The fact that I did this today is going to help improve what I want to do in life to the, did I explain that right? Yeah, it's basically like, what's one thing that I did today to help push me forward into whatever I want to do in life? That simple. All right. You ask yourself those 7 questions every day, and, I can guarantee you're going to definitely find whatever it is that you value in life, and you're going to find a career or a path that you want to take that's going to inspire you to want to work on it and go to work on it every day. And you're not going to need motivation, by the way. You're not going to need to watch no motivational video or see what other people doing or anything like that. You're going to know exactly what you need to do. You're going to know exactly how you got to do it. And you're going to chase it you're going to chase it with your eyes big and open. Just looking for all of the different opportunities and not being down about having to spend, your whole night working on this one little thing because you're ready to spend your whole night working on it. And that's the beauty in figuring out. And that's the beauty in actually living a good life and making a good income. Right. So that's essentially what I really wanted to bring y'all. I don't want to make this video too long. Just want to make that quick video about why it's important to find your highest value in life, what it means to find your highest value in life, values, period, and the fact that our values align with our identity, and that you can actually change your identity, which means you can change your values. So don't think that you just stuck to a particular sort of values. If you don't value wealth building and saving like that, which means you don't have a lot of money or you don't have wealth at all, because wealth circulates from those who value it least to those who value it most. You need to start understanding that you need to start stair stepping, how much you value wealth. So start reading wealth books, start reading savings books and stuff like that, and start to really dive into wanting to build wealth. Like, start really like, man, just having it on heart. I want to build wealth, like wealth every day you wake up. I guarantee you're going to start valuing wealth that much more, and your pocket's going to start looking better. So that just from a quick tip like that. So yeah, man, don't think too hard about it. Let your subconscious do the work, and get to it. You know what you got to do. I ain't even got to tell you. It's your boy.